So, hello, Ammara, and thank you for your time in joining us today for this interview. And thank you also for your efforts with Paper Airplanes students this previous semester. This interview is to share your passion in the field of UX design and to talk about your experience with the Paper Airplanes. Actually, as my first question, can you please tell us about your journey in the UX design and what initially sparked your interest in this field?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. But just to start off with that, I wanted to talk about a little bit that my journey into UX design kind of started back in college when I had a concentration in neuroscience. It allowed me to take some psych classes, and that really introduced me to a lot of new psychology concepts. And I've always, kind of been intrigued by human behavior and how people use that to interact with technology. So as I dug a little bit deeper, I stumbled upon UX design, and the more I researched like the profession, the more I wanted to get into the industry. And so the idea of using design to solve problems and make people's lives easier just really clicked for me.
Okay, thank you. And actually, you are the one who wrote the curriculum. You are the one who designed the curriculum for the Paper Airplanes students. So could you please share with us some highlights from the curriculum you developed for the UX design and what were the key concepts or skills you emphasized?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I was putting together the curriculum for UX design, I wanted to cover like all of the really cool stuff that gets designers excited. So we talked about everything from like how to dig deep into user research, um, to kind of crafting sleek wireframes and prototypes. But most importantly, I really wanted to emphasize the idea of putting users at the center of everything that we do, and how in this industry we are always learning and updating our methods to create some of the most like advanced and user-friendly products.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your efforts. And what motivated you to volunteer with Paper Airplanes? As you know, your work is volunteering and particularly within the Women in Tech program.
Mm-hmm. So I was motivated to volunteer with paper airplanes, and particularly within the Women in Tech program, because I believe that the power of education and mentorship to empower individuals and create like these opportunities for personal growth and professional growth, that's like very important to me. So, even as a woman in tech myself, I wanted to kind of pay it forward by supporting and mentoring other women who aspire to pursue these careers in technology just like I am.
Yes, and after volunteering, how did you find the experience of teaching UX design to students through Paper Airplanes? And were there any particular challenges or memorable moments that you had during this journey?
So teaching UX design to students through paper airplanes was a very rewarding experience filled with both challenges and like memorable moments, like you said. So one of the challenges that was adapting the curriculum to meet the diverse needs and backgrounds of the students, because these students kind of came from varying levels of prior experience with technology and design. Like some had an extensive knowledge of UX design, while others like had no idea what it was. So just kind of catering the curriculum to those different types of students. But I think witnessing the students like enthusiasm and eagerness to learn was like incredibly rewarding. And it was truly fulfilling to see their progress and growth throughout the course of the program.
Mhm. Actually, I might know the answer of this upcoming question, but for those who are listening, can you describe a typical weekly session you had with the students? What activities or discussions did you find most effective in facilitating learning?
Mm-hmm. So a typical like weekly session with the students considered like it had a combination of lectures and example activities and group discussions. So we would start by introducing new concepts or skills, and we would follow it by, these practical exercises where students would see examples and apply what they learned to real world design challenges.
Mhm.
And I found that these like interactive activities and case studies, especially, were particularly effective in facilitating learning. as they allowed, these students to actively engage with the material and apply it to their own final projects.
Wow, that's great. Actually, as part of the policy and what we do with the students of paper airplanes, we do share with them surveys and to ask them about the course and about their feedback and about the improvement itself. And we had great feedback about the UX design course. So, what was the feedback like from the students from your point of view, of course, after the sessions? And were there any common themes or areas where they found particular value?
Yeah, so like you said, the feedback was very positive,
Mhm.
and I think common themes included like the appreciation for that hands-on approach to learning with like those examples, the valuable insights from the real-world examples, and just having that increased confidence in their ability as budding and new UX designers, because it does take some sense of like presentation ability, like being confident in yourself and being able to present, being confident in yourself as a designer, and believing in yourself that your designs are good and that people are always going to have criticisms about it. But that's just part of the industry, is that you're always going to be learning from other people's criticisms, from your own experiences. So I think many students also expressed, gratitude for the supportive and encouraging like learning environment that we fostered just as a class together by the UX mentors and through like our fellow classmates.
Yes, indeed. Actually, I can see how students are grateful for the experience and for learning. And as we have agreed on, then the students and of course under your supervision will be implementing what they have learned on the Paper Airplanes website. So, in what ways do you think the skills learned by the students during your sessions translated into their work on the Paper Airplanes website?
Yeah, so these skills that the students were learning and participating in during the sessions translated directly onto their work on the Paper Airplanes website. And so from, conducting their own user research to designing wireframes and prototypes, the students were really able to apply and understand these principles and techniques that they learned in class to improve the user experience of the website in general. And their contributions really played a significant role in enhancing the usability and accessibility of the platform. So, ultimately that really benefits both like the organization and its users.
Yes, actually, how beautiful to see that our website or anything of our part, or even that our students are now volunteering with us and helping us in improving the organization itself. So yes, one more time, thank you for your efforts. And if you would like to share, once you work with any work or anything, then each one has his own personal aims or objectives. So reflecting on your time volunteering with Paper Airplanes, how do you feel it has contributed to your personal and professional growth?
So volunteering with Paper Airplanes really has contributed a lot to my personal and professional growth, because it's allowed me to take my teaching and mentorship skills and also deepen my own understanding of UX design principles. Since it's an industry that's constantly changing, I always have to make sure I'm updated and teaching the most updated principles. And then also like making just that meaningful impact in the lives of others. So the experience really has reinforced my passion for education and mentorship, and really inspired me to continue seeking opportunities and try my best to kind of give back to my community.
Yes, actually, as someone who has that kind of passion towards education itself, and as someone who also has the passion towards teaching, so I'm in love with teaching. I know that how beautiful is it to change the lives of people, and how beautiful is it to feel how they are grateful when you change, when you teach them something new. Then you feel this, and when you are changing their lives. So looking ahead. Do you have any plans or aspirations related to continuing your involvement in education or volunteer work in the field of UX design?
Yeah, so actually I will be continuing as a UX instructor for the next few semesters.
Mhm.
That's what I plan on doing. And, I am committed to continuing my involvement in education and volunteer work in the field of UX design. Um, I will soon be attending a master's program, and, I hope that whatever skills and techniques I learn, I'm able to share with the students. So, through again, mentoring like aspiring designers and, like teaching those workshops and classes or contributing to initiatives that are aimed at increasing diversity and inclusion in the tech industry for women. I'm really like dedicated to leveraging these like skills and experiences to create positive change.
Yes, thank you for being an agent of change, and thank you for contributing and changing the lives of the women, and particularly the women in tech students, since they are really displaced people, and they are indeed these opportunities. They really need these opportunities. So your efforts are highly appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really been like so amazing just getting to teach my first semester with paper airplanes, and I really look forward to continue doing it for the next few semesters as long as I can.
Thank you so much.